Hi, I'm Bonnie. I've been married to Marcus for 7 years now, and we have two amazing kids, Emma, who's 5, and Liam, who just turned 3. I always thought I had a decent relationship with my sister-in-law, Vivian, but that was before the incident that changed everything. Hey, Bon, did you get Vivian's invite to her anniversary party? Marcus asked, scrolling through his phone during dinner prep. Yeah, I did. Looks fancy, I replied, chopping vegetables. 10 years, huh? Big milestone? You don't sound excited, Marcus noted, looking up. It's just, we'd need to find a sitter for the kids. Saturday night sitters are hard to book. My phone buzzed with a message from Vivian herself. Speaking of the devil, I muttered, wiping my hands to check it. Bonnie, so excited for you and Marcus to come celebrate with us. BTW, we're keeping this adults only, so please leave the little ones at home. Want everyone to relax without kids running around? Love you. I showed Marcus the message, frowning. Guess that settles it. We need a sitter. I'll call my mom, Marcus offered. She loves having them overnight. The night of the party arrived, and we dressed in our finest. I was actually looking forward to an adult evening, something rare with 2 young children. We arrived at the upscale restaurant Vivian had rented. The place was decorated beautifully, with champagne flowing freely. Bonnie! Marcus! Vivian rushed over, air-kissing both of us. I'm so glad you made it. Wouldn't miss it, I said. Congratulations to you and Derek. Thank you. Oh, there's Aunt Mabel. I should say hello. Drinks are at the bar. As Vivian flitted away, I scanned the room and froze. In the corner sat 3 children at a small table, coloring and eating chicken fingers. Marcus, I whispered, gripping his arm. Are those Vivian's kids? He confirmed, looking confused. And I think that's her niece from Derek's side, too. My stomach churned. She told me specifically that kids weren't allowed. Bonnie, my friend Lisa approached. How are you? Where are Emma and Liam? With Marcus's mom, I explained. Vivian said no kids allowed. Lisa's eyebrows shot up. Really? That's weird because when I RSVP'd, she told me to bring Zach. Said she had activities planned for all the kids. My face must have shown my shock because Lisa immediately looked concerned. What's wrong? Nothing, I lied, but my voice shook. Excuse me a minute. I made my way to the restroom, locking myself in a stall as my hands trembled. This wasn't just a miscommunication. Vivian had deliberately told me not to bring my children while inviting others to bring theirs. My phone pinged with a text from Lisa. Just asked Richard about the kid situation. Says Vivian told him 3 weeks ago she was setting up a kids area. Something's not right, Bonnie. The morning after the party, I sat at my kitchen table with Lisa and our coffee mugs. I just don't understand, I said, turning my mug in circles. Why would she specifically tell me not to bring my kids when everyone else could? Have you talked to Marcus about it? Lisa asked. Briefly. He thinks I'm overreacting, says there must be some explanation. Men, Lisa rolled her eyes. They never see the subtle daggers women throw at each other. What do you think I should do? Talk to other people who were there, Lisa suggested. See if anyone else got the no kids message. Later that day, I called Richard, who'd been friends with both Marcus and Vivian since college. Hey, Richard, quick question. Did Vivian tell you her anniversary party was adults only? No, he replied, sounding confused. She actually insisted I bring Mia because Zoe was excited to play with her. They had that whole kids area set up. That's what I thought, I said. Thanks. Is everything okay, Bonnie? Just trying to figure something out. I'll talk to you later. I hung up and immediately dialed Rachel, another mom from our friend group. Rachel, it's Bonnie. Quick question about Vivian's party. Oh my gosh, wasn't it great? Kylie had such fun with the other kids, Rachel gushed. Did Vivian specifically tell you to bring Kylie? Of course. She said she hired a babysitter to watch all the kids in that side room. Why? She told me it was adults only, I said flatly. There was a long pause. That's odd. After calling 5 more guests with similar results, I confronted Marcus that evening. Your sister deliberately excluded our children, I said, pacing our living room. Every single person I talked to was told to bring their kids except me. Come on, Bonnie, Marcus sighed. That can't be right. Why would Viv do that? You tell me, she's your sister. Maybe she thought our kids were too young? Rachel's twins are too, literally younger than both of our kids. Let me talk to her before you jump to conclusions. The next day, Marcus returned from lunch with Vivian looking troubled. She said she thought she was doing us a favor, he said slowly. That we never get a night out, and she wanted us to enjoy ourselves without worrying about the kids. And everyone else with children didn't deserve the same consideration? She said our situation is different because what, Marcus? Because our kids are harder to handle. I felt like I'd been slapped. She said our children are difficult? Not in those words exactly. What were her exact words, Marcus? He hesitated. She said Emma is spirited and Liam is still working on his indoor voice. And you defended them, right? His silence was answer enough. I need to talk to Derek, I decided. Bonnie, don't make this a bigger deal than what? Than your sister insulting our children and you letting her? Sunday dinner at my in-laws had been a tradition since Marcus and I married. This Sunday, I arrived with purpose. Bonnie! Marcus! My mother-in-law greeted us warmly. The kids are in the backyard with their cousins. I spotted Vivian in the kitchen, arranging a vegetable platter. Vivian, I said evenly, we need to talk. She looked up, all innocence. Sure, what's up? I'd prefer to do this privately, but since family matters seem to be public knowledge, let's chat right here. Is everything okay? My mother-in-law asked nervously. No, Sandra, it's not, I replied. Vivian, would you like to explain why you told me, and only me, not to bring my children to your anniversary party? The kitchen fell silent. Vivian's cheeks flushed. That's not... I didn't exactly... I've spoken to 12 other guests, I interrupted. All with children, all told to bring them. Care to explain the discrepancy? Derek appeared in the doorway. Bonnie, maybe we should discuss this another time. No, I think now is perfect, I countered. Especially since this isn't the first time. The Christmas party last year? Emma and Liam weren't invited to that either. That was different, Vivian protested. We didn't have space for my children? Just mine? How convenient. Bonnie, you're making a scene, Marcus murmured. Am I? Or am I finally standing up for our children after years of your sister treating them like second-class citizens? I would never, Vivian started. You did! You have! For years! My voice rose despite my efforts. The separate kids' table at Thanksgiving where only Emma and Liam had to sit. The forgetting to invite them to your son's birthday party. And now this. I thought I was doing you a favor, Vivian cried. To you, in private, as sisters should be able to do, not for you to use against me. That's not fair, Vivian's voice trembled. I didn't mean any harm. Then why the different treatment? I demanded. Why am I the only one told to leave my children at home? Sandra placed a hand on my arm. Bonnie, dear, I'm sure Vivian didn't intend. Ask her, I said firmly. Ask her why. All eyes turned to Vivian, who looked cornered. Fine, she finally burst out. Your kids are wild, Bonnie. Emma knocked over a $200 vase last Christmas and you didn't even make her apologize. Liam screams at the top of his lungs when he doesn't get his way. They're undisciplined and I didn't want them ruining my special night. The room went deathly quiet. There it is, I said softly. The truth finally comes out. Viv, Marcus looked stunned. That's completely out of line. Oh, now you defend them? I shot at him. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, Vivian said, not sounding sorry at all. But someone had to say it. Your parenting style is just different from mine. My children are kind, creative, and yes, energetic, I said, my voice shaking. They're learning and growing, not performing for your approval. What are you saying? Vivian demanded. I'm saying until you can treat all children in this family equally, my children won't be around for your judgment, and neither will I. Vivian grabbed my arm. You're being ridiculous. This is why no one wants your kids around, because you're so dramatic about everything. Don't touch me, I said, yanking my arm away. Or what? Vivian sneered. You'll take your ball and go home? Grow up, Bonnie. The week following the confrontation passed in a blur of text messages and family meetings. Marcus, to his credit, finally found his voice. I can't believe I never saw it, he said as we sat with his parents. All these years, the little comments, the exclusions. We didn't see it either, Sandra admitted. But looking back, the pattern is clear. What happens now? Marcus's father asked. We can't have the family torn apart like this. That depends on Vivian, I said firmly. I'm not subjecting my children to someone who thinks so little of them. My phone rang. It was Lisa. You need to check Facebook, she said. Vivian's on a rampage. I opened the app to find Vivian had posted a long, twisted version of our confrontation, painting herself as the victim of my unhinged attack. She's lost her mind, Marcus muttered. This ends now, Sandra declared, pulling out her phone and calling Vivian. Mom, I was just about to call you, Vivian answered. Has Bonnie been filling your head with Vivian Marie? Sandra interrupted. You will take down that Facebook post immediately. What? No, people need to know what they need to know is that you've been excluding your niece and nephew, and when called on it, you resorted to public attacks instead of apologizing. Mom, you're taking her side? I'm taking the side of what's right, Sandra replied. And what you did is wrong. Derek agrees with me, Vivian said, though she sounded less certain. Does he? I challenged. Because he texted Marcus an apology an hour ago. Fine, she snapped. I'll delete the post. Happy? It's a start, Sandra said. But you owe Bonnie and the children an apology. A real one. 2 days later, Vivian and Derek arrived at our house. The children were with my parents. My choice. Where are Emma and Liam? Vivian asked. Not here, I replied. I don't trust you with them right now. I'm sorry, she said mechanically after a nudge from Derek. I shouldn't have excluded your children or said those things about them. Why the years of subtle exclusion? I pressed. Why the judgment? Vivian looked away. Your kids are just so free. My kids would never be allowed to be that loud or that messy. And that bothers you? Yes. No, I don't know, she sighed. Sometimes I wonder if I'm too strict, if my kids are missing out on something yours have. So you punish my children for it? I didn't see it that way, she admitted. I need control, and your kids represent everything I can't control. That's not their problem, I said firmly. That's yours. I know, Vivian whispered. So, can we move past this? Can we go back to normal? I shook my head slowly. There's no going back to normal, Vivian. But we're family, she protested. Yes, we are, I agreed. And family should protect each other, not tear each other down. When you're ready to be that kind of family, we'll be here. After they left, Marcus put his arm around me. You were amazing. I was terrified, I admitted, standing up to her after all these years. Lisa called the next day. How are you holding up? Better than expected, I told her. It feels good to finally say what I've been thinking all these years. The family group chat is buzzing. Everyone's talking about how you stood up to Hurricane Vivian. Really? Really, Aunt Mabel said. It's about time someone called her out on her nonsense. You're a hero, Bon. I laughed. I don't feel like a hero. I just feel like a mom protecting her cubs. Sometimes that's the most heroic thing of all. Do you think I did the right thing? Have you ever had to stand up to a family member who was treating you unfairly? Let me know in the comments below.